this video, we're going over our favorite med ball exercises for hockey players. Med balls are some of our favorite tools for athletes to begin to develop really explosive power. Whether you're at home or in the gym, these are exercises that you can use with med balls to improve your power on the ice. Hey guys, welcome back to Relentless Hockey. My name is Kyle, and today we're going to go over our favorite med ball exercises for hockey players. So all hockey players should know that power is one of the most important attributes for taking your game to the next level. And whether that means more power into the ice through an explosive stride or more power into the stick to get an explosive shot, power is the most important attribute to really take your performance on the ice to the next level. So the med ball is one of our favorite tools for hockey players to develop that power, especially develop rotational power. So today we're going to go over some of our favorite exercises that hockey players can use in your workouts to take your game to the next level. All right, so before we get going, it's important to note that the med ball doesn't have to be crazy heavy for it to be effective. It's really just a tool that you can express a lot of power into, whether it's into a wall or into the ground, and it doesn't have to be heavy for you to create that stimulus. So first of all, we're gonna use one of our most basic exercises, and it's just a med ball slam. So we're gonna start right up on our toes, right overhead, and then as I'm coming down, slamming down into the ground as explosively as possible. This is our level 1 version, and this is something that hockey players should practice often because it's a great exercise to really begin to develop explosive power into the ground. Exercise number 2 is a progression off of the regular ball slam, and this time we're going to be up on a single leg and then slamming down and creating stability. Here is an interesting exercise because we're actually focusing on creating that power explosively down, but we're also focusing on creating some sort of stability in our lower body. Both of these exercises you should perform as explosive as possible for only around 6 reps. The med ball rotational slam is an awesome exercise to begin to develop some rotational power in our hips and upper body. So we're going to set up this exercise by starting with the ball in our hip, and we're loaded in our lower body. So as I'm here, my chest is kind of pointed down towards the ball. I'm going to trigger and come around and slam down on the other side. So not only have I created that rotation in the hips, but I've also created that super strong brace position as if I'm taking a shot and I have to create that brace position in my trunk. This is an exercise you want to perform at max intensity for around 6 to 8 reps per side. All right, so this exercise is called med ball rotations, and it's an exercise that we use to begin to cue up that rotational power. And so we're going to get set up as if we're almost taking a shot here. So I'm loaded up in my hips, and then I'm also loading up the ball here, and then I'm taking this ball as explosively as possible up here. I'm going to continue to reload this exercise every single time with that hip loaded up, that trunk loaded up, and then focusing on my rotation as explosively as possible. You're going to want to perform this exercise for around 6 to 8 reps and really focus on staying braced, especially at the top when you're slowing down your rotation through the entire movement. The med ball rotational throw is one of our favorite exercises for hockey players to begin to develop that rotational power that really mimics your shot on the ice. So in this case, we're going to find some sort of wall, get into a brace position and take that ball right off of our hip. And then as soon as we're ready to fire, we're going to rotate everything as fast as we can right through into the wall. So we want to make sure that we're rotating through our hips first and foremost, and then secondly, finishing with our upper body, and then my toe is rotated. So as I finish this exercise, everything is rotated into the wall. You're going to want to perform this exercise for about 6 reps and as explosively as possible. The 2-step rotational med ball throw is an exercise that we created specifically for hockey players to mimic that one-time motion. So if you're on the ice, you find that position where you actually are opening up your hips first and rotating, we're going to do a similar movement with the ball. So as I get set, again, I'm facing off the wall and I'm taking my step and then I'm throwing in. This is very similar to as if I was stepping into a one-timer where I have an open hip position and then I'm coming down into it. So here is an awesome opportunity to really develop the power that's going to translate on ice to your shot. We're going to perform this exercise 6 reps for each side and really focusing on max effort power every single time. All right, so the 3-jump med ball throw is an awesome rotational based exercise. We're gonna get set up here at a wall and we're gonna start actually by jumping. So we wanna make sure that we're controlling the ball on both sides. But as I get set, I'm gonna start off with a jump and and then a second jump over to the other side, and then explosively jumping while creating that rotation on the wall. So here I need to focus on creating as much control as I can, and then firing off as explosively as I can that ball right into the wall. We want to make sure that we're finishing with everything pointed towards the wall. So my hips have come around, my chest has come around, and everything has been expressed into that wall with rotation. This is very similar to the on-ice shot where I'm taking my slap shot and everything is finishing towards the net. You're gonna want to perform this exercise between 6 and 8 reps on both sides and making sure you're expressing as much power every single rep. All right, so those are some of our favorite med ball exercises for hockey players, and we love the med ball because it's an awesome tool to really begin to express power, whether it's into the ground or into the wall. We're generating as much power and explosiveness as we can. So if you're serious about your performance, these are the exercises you need to be doing to really take your game to the next level. If this stuff interests you, please check out our YouTube channel where we have tons more videos like this, or head over to relentlesshockey.com and find your program and get started today.